Alright, so we're picking up where we left off. I was trying to figure out why I didn't have this water-powered saw recipe. It's because I need to get the kiln and see this dependency over here. So we'll worry about that in a bit. I'll just put this back for now. And continue on with our adventure. So the next thing I want is these water strainers, the strainer base. I'm going to make a bunch of these because I know I need them. So I'll probably make 6 of them, maybe 9. Need a lot of wood for it because I need the hopper, I need this chest. So I'm just going to do some quick tree farming. For those of you that have not witnessed this, we'll just do one and then I'll come back with a whole bunch. Work the tree up. We use shears to get the leaves for EMC, and then we chop it with the flint axe to break the rest of the tree. And that's that. So I'll do that a few times. All right, just so you know, you can do mass tree planting if you don't care about EMC efficiency. As long as the logs are touching, they will all break. So I'm pretty sure this will get me a boatload of wood. Kind of going with this checker pattern to get some optimal leafage. Optimal's the wrong word. I'm losing a lot of leaves in the sense that anywhere these trees overlap, I lose leaves. But I don't care. I think this will be much faster, even though I said I was going to do this off screen, but I was originally planning to do like one leaf better, one tree at a time. This is obviously way better. Now, I do not care enough to like go up there and make sure I get everyone, but you can actually jump and break them, so we're good there. All right, I'm gonna need a lot of axes. So what's nice about the axe? Oh wow, that did a lot more. I need multiple axes. What's nice about the flint axe is that it breaks it from the top down, so you don't actually have to worry about like zoning yourself out of the tree. Oh wow, that was like half of it. Okay, I'm getting a lot of axes. And then our wood goes up there. Put our leaves in here. I don't know what I just put in there, but since it took it, it was probably just more cobble. You can only put things in the table that have EMC values, so like this has an EMC 2, this is no EMC. So like I can put and pull sticks into the table, but I can't do that with flint. So for things that have EMC, the table's basically a creative block. And for things that don't, it's much worse. Creative dispenser? Like maybe that's the... Alright. And I don't think my microphone will pick up baby. She's making some adorable cooing sounds. Those of you that are not parents probably don't care about the adventures of my baby. Alright, let's get the rest of that. Perfect. I could make a bunch of these and walk around with them, depending on what I'm doing. I'm sure I will eventually do that, but this should be enough for a while. Oh, I also get apples from that, which is pretty sweet. I don't think I need basic oak logs for anything, and if I need them, I'll just get more. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna make a chest to keep some crap in. My books in here I'm not gonna use. Put this thing in there. We'll hold on to the sticks. The apple. We'll put the cobblestone. Cover everything in there. Keep nice. Okay, so strainer and strainer bases. We can put those. We'll make more space here. These are going to be useful for farming, so eventually I am going to want to plan out some farming space, and I think I'll just expand this way to make farms. We'll put the bases here. I am going to automate these in the sense that I don't want to go through and click on bases to collect their items. So Oh, this is a baby. Let's call them. Yeah, babies are gross. So if you're thinking of getting them, they're really like cute and great, and I love mine. But she coughs and she spits up a lot. And she does it while she sleeps. So fortunately, she did not wake up. Which, you know, if you ever become a parent, that's the dream right there. All right, so I want, if I make 6 strainers, the thing with strainers is they need to be, they shouldn't touch other strainers if you want maximum efficiency, quote unquote, strainers. So if I have 6 of them, I need at least 12 hoppers under them to automate their collection. I'll probably make a grid of them, so I think I need one more, so I might need 13 hoppers. My heart of hearts says that's wrong. I think 11 hoppers. We need 11 hoppers. Okay. PhD, I know what I'm doing. Don't ever listen to people who say that, okay, just because you have a fancy degree does not mean you're smart. Alright, we'll make the extra, maybe we won't. Okay, 10. Uno mas. Okay, so we've got the hoppers. Gonna need a big chest to keep those in, so we'll make 2 of these. So we'll put the chest down. I like to start from the chest and work my way backwards. So if we line that up here, we can put this here. I'm going to need more of those orange cover strips, cobblestone strips. Now let's get more orange. I'm going to get, I think this made 16, so I'll get 3 of these and we'll try to get close-ish to a stack. I don't like how this is filling up my inventory with saw blades. Like every time I use that artisan table, it puts another one into my inventory. There we go. Alright. Thanks. That's so useful. It'll be less of a problem as we start like more mass crafting. Alright. Strainer base. I think that has a bunch of other parts. What do I need? Okay, so I'm gonna need more hoppers. Great. Well, fences. Why don't I make a bunch of these? I like fences. They look nice. For certain things. They don't look nice for everything, but what? Oh. Oh. Now you might say, oh, why don't you just put those on there manually? I could do it manually, but I like to shift click things in JEI, and I'm just going to make a stackish of these. Sure, we'll use the other ones eventually. So I don't have to fill in the table manually. All right. Go back to strainer. I'm going to need 6 chests. Every time it pulls out a new saw. So I think you can combine the durabilities later. So it's not a huge deal. But our goal here is to rush villagers actually, because we can make a weird weird villager farm to get emeralds. I had this idea and I think it'll work great, but it's gonna be horrifying. But not in the regular horrifying villager way, just in the regular horrifying villager way. Okay, so strainer, check, 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 check. All right, I think we can make it. I need more wood. Yeah, let's get another. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, hammer didn't make it. 6. Alright, give me those. What are these? Yeah, so see how these are... Oh, that's cute. They go back in there when you do that. I'm going to take these out and just manually combine them. There we go. There we go, min-maxing our hammer. matter? No, it's made of EMC. It's literally free. I can chop down a single leaf and get it back. Put that in there. Okay, so like to start from the chest when I build because I want the chest at regular levels, and sometimes I start from the top and work my way down, and then I'm filled with huge regret. So, strainer base. Then we need a gap, which I'm going to make. Yeah, we'll do this. Do this. Strainer base. Oh, I can put down more of these. So the way this is going to work is these are going to funnel. Actually, I can up that like that. And then I'm just going to put down a whole bunch of these. And actually, this will work even better because I can break this. I wish there was a tool for breaking this. I really wish there was a tool for breaking this. I wonder if I use the microforge, the saw, if that would work. So one thing I want to do is I want to cover these so that they're not active all the time. Which, much to my chagrin, I believe is the word I want. The next size, if you scroll on items when you're using them, it'll put them into your crafting table, in case you did not know that shortcut. Another fun shortcut, you can pick up whole stacks if you Control-Shift-click them. You can pick up single items if you Control-click them, and obviously you can pick up whole stacks if you Shift-click them. I think the Control-clicking and the Control-Shift-clicking are because of inventory tweaks, which is this thing. I don't know what these default settings are. I think shortcuts might be off by default, but I love those shortcuts. See, look at these bad boys. Oh my god, I can control click. Okay, we got to remember this control click for crafting. All right, so we'll just be an idiot and put that there. Sadly, this like visually looks like it's still there, and it's kind of annoying. So I'm just gonna. But that my audio is going to the wrong device right now, and my headset turns off when I do that. So I'm just going to send a little bit of fake audio to my headset. Try that. Keep it active. So I'll put some covers on. We'll shift click this time so they go on correctly. And I do need more of these. So how many more do I need? I need 4 more. No, 6 more? Yeah, that'll be 11 total. So the OG math was correct. It just did not account for us needing that other shenanigans. 6, right? So I need that. I'm just gonna make all of these. I'll use them eventually. I don't know how hoppers are in terms, or the Mark II hoppers, the wooden hoppers, whoppers, are in terms of lag. So since this is a single player world, not super worried about it. I do get some other automation tools later. I don't know if they're any better. Like I'll get the what is it? The conveyor belts. So I could probably figure out something to do with conveyor belts here. All right, I got my hoppers, which is what we wanted. Bank, 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 bank. Then we'll just put these out. Put down my other covers. And then, so what's going to happen here is I want to put water between these, and then I want to make sure the water doesn't escape. So I'm going to put some micro blocks around them. I have to go all the way around. This, unfortunately, it's annoying to put something here, so we'll just these down quick. I picked orange because I like the blue-orange complementary color contrast. It'll pop nicely. All right, and then we break this. Now, oh, shoot. Now, the real question is, where are these going? It does not look like they're going into my inventory. Oh, maybe they are. Maybe they're just going over there into my inventory. All right. Almost there. Up, out, up. I messed up. There we go. All right. Now we break these. We look at them. And let's go to our... What am I missing here? So I need these strain... Oh, boy. Okay. Oh, boy. So to get the strainers, I need... Oh, I can use twine. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Twine is not too bad to get. Do I have to use a sapling? I think I can use any plant. So one of the reasons it's really, really nice in JEI to turn on uh, or dictionary searching is that if I want to look for something, say a plant, I can type in $plant and see all of the things that have the or dictionary plant. Specifically, grass. It costs 1 EMC. So you can turn anything that uses the plant dictionary name into grass or use grass, which because it's EMC we can get from our table. So I'm just going to look up grass. Do note that you don't get an actual grass block. You can get the grass entity, but like the dirt grown into grass, you can get slimy grass, but not plain grass that you have to use the strainer for. What am I doing? Do not need that much. All right, so now we're making that twine. Need shears. All right, just put that there. If it goes into this thing, I just make a bunch of them and toss them in there. All right, excellent, beautiful. Now we make a whole stack of that. I guess that was friendlier than I wanted it to be, than I thought it would be. Plant fiber. Twine. What did I need this for? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll just make a bunch of that. Okay, so we'll make 3 of these. And then we'll make 2 of these. Notice that this actually gives you 2 dense nets as a recipe. Just a little bit annoying since I obviously don't have the numbers for that. Now we'll get more sticks and we'll just make the there we go. Apparently I accidentally made a block of sticks. Let's go to them. Alright, so now you can put these inside your straining bases. These do different things, so I'm gonna click use on it just to show what we get from them. So the regular survivor strainer gives us seeds. So all of these you can plant and grow, which is what I'm going to want farmland for, which I might start making now while I wait. And then the survivalist strainer gives us clay and worms. So I have not been able to craft the, if I look at this mod, there's this thing called a garden trowel, but it requires a T construct shovel, which I have not been able to get one. Why is it not like that? This one. And I've tried it with the rudimentary shovel and it doesn't like that either. So these you can use to get bait the worms, which whatever. So we'll put these in. I might make another line of strainers just to use my last dense net, and then I can make a fisherman net. But we'll worry about that later. All right, so we'll put away these building materials. I'll put the strainer over here just so that I use it. We're already getting stuff, so I need a lot of clay. Clay is going to be annoying to get, but these strainers will make a lot of it, so we just have to be patient for that. Get our rewards here. We get this efficiency meters. This is why it's important to space them apart. They're 10%. If they are touching each other, like within the 8 squares around them, so either directly or diagonally, the efficiency drops precipitously. And the more you have, the more it drops. So, very ideal to do it this way. Now we are in position for getting the clay kiln, getting traps. So while this kind of does its passive thing, we can set up farms. I am going to add another row of these, so I'll just pause and do that real quick. All right, added that extra row. I'm going to leave these two open because I'm going to put fisherman strainers in there later, which will let us turn the bait that we collect from the survivalist strainers into, I don't know, this stuff. Bone. Bone is a big one. We want the free bone we get from this. The lily pads are also nice, though. I'm sure we do something with the fish. Eating is a big... This has Pam's Harvest Craft in it, so there's a lot of different food you can make, and having the food on hand. I'm just going to pick these up anyway, striped nuts. Ooh, okay, we get the chest upgrade. Let's spend that. But having different kinds of food available is going to be very useful to us. All right, so I'm going to lay out some farms. Remember that water hydrates in 9x9 grid around it, 4 blocks in each direction. So this thing here is actually farm shaped. I don't know if I break the lantern if I get it back, so I might just leave this. Maybe I'll connect it to grass so it looks pretty. But I will add farmland. I think maybe I'll just go out in that direction with it. And to do that, I'm going to use the transmutation table to make boatloads of dirt. So I'll come back with some farmland laid out. Okay, I actually lied about the farmland thing. I was looking at my quest log. And before I make the farmland, I want to get the building wand because laying out all this dirt is going to be a huge pain without it. So instead, we're going to hope we have enough clay. Oh, hope we have plenty of clay. And we're going to make some... First we'll get a bucket, and then we'll spend the rest of this on kilns. I am going to make and use a lot of these kilns. If you've never used a kiln, the first time I saw these was in Septech Ages, which love Septech. I think a lot of this pack mirrors Septech in terms of how advancement works. I'm going to put my kilns over here, I think. And let's see. So kilns, I want to go down 2, I think. Yeah. So kilns are, if you've never worked with them, you put a block under them, light it on fire, and put the kiln on top of it, and that's how they kind of work. 1, 2. I want 8 of these. 1, 2, 7, 8, and then back up. Bing, bang, boom. Yada yada. And if if you're also not used to building in sky packs, they usually have a mod that lets you build under other blocks, which is super handy. So when I see my crosshair switch from crosshair to this bracketed crosshair, that means you can put a block there. I love that. Changed my life. So much easier to build the sky with it. Oop, and there it is. Apparently it's got some reach on it. All right, and then we'll just wrap this up on the corner so I don't fall into the abyss. So for right now, I don't have great tools for burning stuff. I have to use the built-in tools, which are absolute garbage. Which is really to say I don't have a flint and steel yet, so I have to use these, I forget what they're called, but just bear with me for a second while I chop down this tree. There's some kind of like matchstick type of thing. All right, good enough. Perfect. They're made from sticks. They're single use, they consume it, and you need to use both of your hands. I'm also gonna eat a little bit so I can shift right click to open and close my lunchbox. My lunchbox is closed, I can adjust the inventory. If it's open, yeah. So I'm gonna put down put these down. Let's see, I'm just gonna change my mode here to small tunnel. That'll let me, okay, that did not quite do what I wanted, whatever. Then we'll turn our alt mine back to shapeless. It's changing the text like right down there. But if I hold shift and grave, it has to be in that order. Shift, then grave, not grave, then shift. It'll let me switch through different modes of alt mine. All right, so I'm going to put these out like this, and we're going to EMC everything that we possibly can. Notice on my map that dropped items show up as red, so it might look like I'm under siege by entities, but that's not actually the case. Then I can tell there's a bunch up in the tree. So I need a bunch of these, unfortunately. These whittled fire sticks. And the way these suckers work, I'm going to put a block in here. So I want to make, as part of my quest, this low-grade charcoal. And if you read that description, it says will persist fire on top of block and can be used as fuel. This basically works as netherrack. I need sticks in both hands, I right-click, and boom, it's on fire. If we're really lucky, we'll cook both the kiln and this block that's in there, and then we can use that. Okay, so the kiln cooks. Once the kiln cooks, you can't move it. So if I try to break this, it'll shatter. And the Septech, you had a mod that let you pick things up, but in this one, not so lucky. All right, if we're really lucky, this will cook. The log should burn long enough to, there we go. Okay, we got lucky. And then we're gonna save our log. Do I need to save my log? No, I'm not like hurting for cash here, but. All right, we'll light that on fire. We'll put this here. And now we just rinse and repeat that for all of these guys. And I actually want a lot of kilns because they're very, very slow throughput. So I'm going to put like, I think ultimately 24 of them up here. And that should be easy to interface with while also not driving me nuts. And as we make more of these, we can also accelerate our charcoal production. I guess I can put charcoal all of them. I am going to need more fire sticks. Alright, right, 2 per thing. Alright, there we go. Another one of these guys, put that there. Boom. I guess I can just walk under here and pick that up. It's driving me nuts. Bada boom. Burn another one. This there. Bam. Alright. Now we've got 5 of these. Let's see how we're doing on clay over here. Give me a second. So with gregtech, the key is always economy of scale. We want to make as, like, anytime we hit a bottleneck, we just brute force our way through it by building more stuff. And cooking things is 100% going to be a bottleneck. So now I need 6 of these, right? I think hold 6 of these, probably not. Again, yay. I have a single twine in my inventory that I'm probably going to throw to the abyss. I think I could turn them into paper, but yeah, don't care. Plant fiber, even worse. Alright, I'm going to finish building this, and then we can pick up next episode working towards our infinity dust, our mobs, our magic. I want magic so bad, or I want the alchemy. And we'll see you next time, guys.